Do I look hungover? Because I am. I'm very hungover. Oh, why did I decide to take shots? Oh well, these things happen, right? So, what I wanted to discuss today, excuse me, I tried to I tried to look really nice for you guys today. Um, narcissists are full of fear. Now, this isn't, I don't know, this is kind of a sign, but at the same time, it's kind of a statement of who they are. Uh, they fear everything. I'm not going to get super deep with it. I'm just going to tell you a couple little stories and maybe kind of like some signs mixed in with it. One of the little subtle signs I was actually going to do and completely forgot about is they will not go on roller coasters. They're terrified of roller coasters or water slides and things like that. I'm not saying this is, you know, a gospel truth, but all the narcissistic people I've known absolutely refuse to do any of that sort of stuff. Like, we'd be in a group and go to a water park and they'd refuse to ride the quote unquote scary rides, or they'd sit on the bench and wait for everybody to ride the roller coaster and refuse to do it. They were absolutely terrified of anything of that nature. And when I started thinking along that line, I was kind of thinking that was just a sign. They don't do anything like that. And then I started to think more deeply about how every time there was actual traumatic event that involved fear, they became absolutely huge fucking pussies. So my first story is my narcissistic friend. Basically like a lifelong friend until I cut it off because he was so toxic. We we were really big. I still am, and he maybe is. I'm not sure. Big into cars, and all the car people, like the tuners, would meet up and just talk, hang out, and so on and so forth. And one night we were all together talking and chatting, a big group of people, in this car full of three men rolled up, and they jumped out of the car, talked to us for a little bit, and then they pulled out guns and wanted to rob everybody. Now here's where it got interesting. There was three types of people in that scenario. There were the people that were like, oh shit, here's my cell phone, here's my wallet, take it. Those were the majority of the people. And then there was the narcissist who fucking disappeared and nobody knew where he went. He ended up hiding in his car, watching us all get robbed, um, and didn't even call the police while it was happening. Just hid in his car, like tucked down, hiding in his car. Pussy, pussy is what I have to say. What I did is I started talking to one of the guys, the guy that seemed to be the leader of the group. Started talking to him and just leveling it out. And while everybody else was getting robbed, and then they approached me, he was like, "No, he's good. I didn't get robbed." It's the only one that didn't get robbed, other than the narcissist. So it shows you like the dynamic there. You know, when fear came knocking, the narcissist ran, and I was sitting there going, "Hey, you know, this isn't necessary. Let's figure something out." And it worked. Second story is my narcissistic girlfriend would love to start fights and stuff. Like, so we'd be out at a club, and she would start just shit with guys. And of course, me being me, I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm like, hey, fuck off. If she's a 100-pound girl, I'm going to beat your ass. And there were several occasions where I got into physical fights. And she would be just completely off hinge and scared to the point where it was like I mean, all I can say is just being a pussy. Uh, I know a lot of people are not comfortable with fighting. I am. Um, yeah, but the kind of reaction that she would have was just like, you would think that like her life was going to end the way she acted. Um, Another time, an individual was threatening to shoot us. Yeah, I live a little crazy life, I guess. Um, and I'm sitting there talking to the guy. I'm like, look, dude, come on, like, be reasonable. We're all out here to have fun. Like, why don't you go have fun? We'll go have fun. This is, blah blah blah. She's in the back room crying in the corner, and I don't know. I don't. I imagine a lot of people would probably have that reaction. Maybe I'm just different because I don't have any fear like that. But in my honest opinion, I think they're giant fucking pussies and they're scared of fucking everything. That's why they have that need to control and that need to like fucking bring you down. I don't know. So, video doesn't make much sense. I'm also hungover, so don't judge me. But I, I really think if you're in very traumatic situations like that, being robbed or threatened to be shot or in a physical fight, you really start to see the narcissist's true colors hiding in the corner. While the big men, not to boast, but the big men step up and take care of it. Just a thought.